Brunello di Montalcino,
province of Siena, Italy. Brunello di Montalcino is a red Italian wine produced in the vineyards surrounding the town of Montalcino in the Tuscany wine region. Though it was initially considered to be made from a separate grape variety named Brunello, it was later discovered that the grape used in the production of the wine is in fact Sangiovese. Regarded as one of the most renowned Italian wines, Brunello di Montalcino was awarded the designation of origin, DOCG, and it is produced with 100% Sangiovese grapes. At first, it comes off as juicy and spicy, with notes of oregano and balsamic, and it may develop strong aromas of cherry and leather.
Barolo,
province of Cuneo, Italy. This full-bodied red wine is made from Nebbiolo grapes in a small area in Piedmont, with a unique soil and climate conditions. It has been produced since the 19th century, and soon after its invention, it became a favorite among the Italian and European nobility. According to Italian.g regulations, Barolo needs to mature for at least 36 months, while those aged for 5 years carry the prestigious Riserva label. It is a robust but elegant wine, which is very high in tannins that soften with aging. Vintage Port, protected designation of origin.
Vila Real District, Portugal.
Vintage Port is a style made from the best grapes of a single-year harvest. It is considered the most prestigious and the highest quality port style. Vintage is not produced every year, but only when port houses decide that the wine is of sufficient quality. Vintages make only about 2% of all port production, and in the best years, all port houses will declare a vintage. The decision to declare a vintage can be made after Portugal's Port Wine Institute had approved it. Vintages are barrel-aged for 2 to 3 years and are not filtered before they are bottled.
Châteauneuf-du-Pape, Vaucluse, France.
Châteauneuf-du-Pape is the largest and the most important appellation in the southern part of the Rhône Valley that comprises of 5 communes. Most Châteauneuf-du-Pape wines are predominantly red blends with a small percentage of whites. Officially, 18 grape varieties are allowed, including different colors of the same grape variety. However, the most common are Grenache, Mourvèdre, Syrah, and Sensort grapes. These rich wines can greatly differ in style, but they are mainly characterized by the spicy and earthy aromas of red berries, black pepper, tar, and leather. Vinsanto PDO, protected designation of origin. Santorini, Greece. Vinsanto is a dessert wine hailing from Santorini. It is made with sun-dried Assyrtiko and Idani grapes. Despite a surprisingly similar name, this Greek wine does not have much in common with the more famous Vin Santo from Tuscany. The grapes are sun-dried for approximately 14 days and are then fermented and aged. This wine has to be oak-aged for a minimum of 2 years, but most producers opt for longer maturation. The result is a sweet and dense wine, packed with flavor and rich in aromas. Although both grape varieties are white-skinned, Vinsanto will attain a luscious golden color that tends to turn into darker amber hues as the wine ages. Georgian Amphora wine, Ark of Taste. Georgia. Georgian Amphora wine is produced with an ancient winemaking method in which pressed grapes, including skins, juice, tea billy, stalks, and pips, are poured in traditional terracotta amphorae known as kvevri. The amphorae are sealed and are then buried underground, or kept in Marani, underground cellars. Usually, the wine is left to ferment from 5 to 6 months. The method is used throughout the country, though the wines can slightly vary in styles depending on the region. In Kakheti, the wine is produced with whole chacha, pomace, while in Imereti, approximately only a third is used. Burgundy, France. Burgundy is a world-famous French wine region that produces some of the best and most expensive wines in the world. Located in the east-central part of France, the area is dominated by Pinot Noir and Chardonnay. Other red and white grapes such as Aligoté, Pinot Gris, or Gamay are also used, but on a much lower scale. Burgundy has more than 100 approved wine-growing areas, all regulated by a complex quality system that divides the region into Grand Cru, Premier Cru, village wines, and regional appellations. The wines are greatly influenced by terroir and show great diversity in flavors and aromas. Ribera del Duero PDO, protected designation of origin. Castile and León, Spain. Ribera del Duero is a Spanish appellation located in several provinces of Castilla and León in north-central Spain. The region is best known for big and bold varietals made with Tempranillo, also known as Tinto Fino or Tinta del País. The blends have to include 75% Tempranillo, while other permitted varieties include Garnacha, White Albillo, and international varieties Malbec, Merlot, and Cabernet Sauvignon. Ribera del Duero wines are built to age. With time, they develop complexity and become more balanced. Most of the wines are deeply coloured, full-bodied, and well-structured, with bright acidity and aromas of ripe fruit, vanilla, and spices. Aging requirements are similar to those in Rioja. Crianza is the youngest, aged for 2 years and 12 months in oak. Reserva labels are aged at least 3 years with at least 12 months in oak, and the Gran Reservas have to be aged for 5 years, including 2 years of oak aging.
Primitivo.
Italy. Primitivo is an Italian grape variety with quite interesting origins. Research conducted in 1994 proved that the grape is identical to Californian Zinfandel, while it was later discovered that both grapes originated from an old and obscure Croatian grape, Krljenak Kaštelanski. Despite the same lineage, these grapes are influenced by their terroir, and they can slightly differ in character. In Italy, Primitivo is mostly cultivated in Apulia, where it is used in the appellation Primitivo di Manduria. Primitivo is a somewhat rustic wine, dark, intense, and rich in tannins that tend to mellow with age.
Rías Baixas.
Province of Pontevedra, Spain. Rías Baixas is a Spanish appellation located along the Atlantic coast in Galicia. The entire region is divided into 5 subregions: Salnes Valley, O Rosal, Sotomayor, Ribera de Ulla, and Condado de Tia. There are several permitted grape varieties, but Albarino prospers and dominates in the entire region. Other permitted grapes that are sometimes used include Treixadora, Loureiro, Caño Blanco, Torrontés, and Godello. The styles slightly differ depending on the subregion and the production, but most of the wines hail from the region are pale golden, fresh, and aromatic. Please help out the channel and subscribe. Thank you very much.